This is the VOA Special English Technology Report. A few degrees can make a big difference when it comes to food storage. Foods can go bad if they get too warm. But for many of the world's poor, finding a good way to keep food cool is difficult. Refrigerators are costly and they need electricity. Yet spoiled food not only creates health risks, but also economic losses. Farmers lose money when they have to throw away products that they cannot sell quickly. But in 1995, a teacher in northern Nigeria named Mohammed Ba-Abba found a solution. He developed the pot-in-pot conservation cooling system. It uses two round containers made of clay. A smaller pot is placed inside a larger one. The space between the two pots is filled with wet sand. The inner pot can be filled with fruit, vegetables, or drinks. A wet cloth covers the whole cooling system. Food stored in the smaller pot is kept from spoiling through a simple evaporation process. Water in the sand between the two pots evaporates through the surface of the larger pot, where drier outside air is moving. The evaporation process creates a drop in temperature of several degrees. This cools the inner pot and helps keep food safe from harmful bacteria. Some foods can be kept fresh this way for several weeks. People throughout Nigeria began using the invention, and it became popular with farmers in other African countries. Mohammed Ba-Abba personally financed the first 5,000 pot-in-pot systems for his own community and 5 villages nearby. In 2000, the Rolex Watch Company of Switzerland honored him with the Rolex Award for Enterprise. This award recognizes people trying to develop projects aimed at improving human knowledge and well-being. A committee considers projects in science and medicine, technology, exploration and discovery, the environment, and cultural history. Winners receive financial assistance to help develop and extend their projects. The awards are given every 2 years. The next awards will be presented in late 2012. Last year, Rolex launched the Young Laureates program for the younger generation. For VOA Special English, I'm Carolyn Presutti. We have more programs at voaspecialenglish.com, where people can read, listen, and learn English with texts, MP3s, and activities. We also offer English lessons at the VOA Learning English page on Facebook.
From VOA Learning English, this is the Technology Report. High-tech companies are developing the next generation of products that will help us drive cars, do our shopping, and even care for our children. The technology company Intel recently held a demonstration of some of its new devices in San Francisco. One device measured how alert a driver was. Sensors connected to the driver's head measured brain activity. Cameras placed on the car's dashboard measured eye movement. Justin Ratner works at Intel Labs. He says the devices measure how much of the brain is occupied while the person is driving. Devices like these, he says, will make driving safer. Another experimental Intel technology links cars electronically to help prevent crashes. When the driver of the car in front signals a turn or slows down, an alert message is sent to the car in back. There was also a demonstration of a virtual computer. The computer was projected onto the table from a controller hidden in a flower pot. Sensors read the movements of the user's hands, so there was no need for a mouse or other handheld device. This technology could be used in everyday situations. At a market, sensors and computer chips placed in products could help shoppers find the items they want to buy. For example, the technology could help them avoid foods that could cause an allergic reaction. Cameras and sensors are already available to help parents watch their children. In the future, other equipment will monitor a baby's health and mood. And security systems are being improved and simplified with face recognition software instead of complicated passwords. For VOA Learning English, I'm Alex Villarreal.
This is the VOA Special English Development Report. Member countries of the International Criminal Court met in June in Kampala, Uganda. They were there to examine the court's progress for the first time. Observers, human rights activists, and civil society groups also attended the two-week review conference. A treaty called the Rome Statute established the court in The Hague in the Netherlands in 2002. The court can try people for genocide, war crimes, and crimes against humanity when their own countries are unwilling or unable to. The court was also given the right to try crimes of aggression, although it never has. This is partly because ICC members could not agree on how to define aggression. In Kampala, they agreed on a compromise resolution. It defines the crime in terms of acts by a political or military leader against another state in violation of the United Nations Charter. Invasions, attacks, and blockades could all be tried as acts of aggression. So could letting another country use a state's territory for aggressive acts against a third state. The United Nations Security Council has the lead responsibility for deciding that an act of aggression has taken place. But if the Council takes no action within 6 months, the court might still be able to carry out an investigation. Critics pointed out that the agreement does not permit the court to punish aggression by non-member countries or their nationals. Also, members could refuse to accept the court's right to try crimes of aggression. ICC countries also agreed to delay any action by the court on aggression until they re-examine the issue in 7 years. The International Criminal Court has yet to complete its first case involving any crime. 11 cases are currently before the court. They include the case against Sudanese President Omar al-Bashir. He is the first head of state to be charged by the ICC while in office. 2 years ago, the court found him guilty of war crimes in Darfur. Last year, it ordered his arrest, but Sudan rejects the ruling. The ICC review conference took place even as the president was just sworn in for a new term. 111 countries are parties to the Rome Statute. The United States is not among them, but took part in Kampala as an observer. Other countries that have not joined the court include China and Russia. And that's the VOA Special English Development Report.